start off by uploading our image files to the WordPress media library. So we're going to go ahead and select all of those. Helps if you select all of
WordPress
them.
Pro
And we're going to go ahead and drag
Professional
and drop
WordPress
the whole bunch
marketing
right
tools.
in. Now this is normally the longest part of
How to make money with resale rights products and WordPress. Discover the easy way to sell in-demand resale rights products right from your WordPress site.
Accomplish that, and we can go ahead and click on the link here.
So, what's your story?
And then we're going to go ahead and
are you
select
actually making
here,
money with resale rights
leaving out
products?
the image file name. And we're going to copy that.
Or are you just throwing away money on
Paste it into a fresh notepad. Go over to WP Marketer settings.
Did you know that only 10% of the people who purchase resale rights products actually ever get around to publishing a sales page?
And copy that. And paste that into Notepad as well.
1 in 10.
At this point we've got everything we need.
That is crazy.
Our HTML editor. We'll go ahead and copy this, select it. So
it's pretty simple, really, if you look at it.
So, we go over to the source side here.
If you want to make money from selling resale rights products on the internet, you really don't have any choice. You kind of have to put up the sales page with a buy button.
Change images to our location in WordPress.
So, what seems to be the problem? Well, in the many years that I've been reselling products, resale rights products in particular, the number one tech problem that my customers come to me with are all associated with getting the site up. One way or the other. They just all have problems getting the pages published. Is just too hard. Now, for most people, that just comes down to one simple thing.
PayPal settings.
It's just technical overload. They're not tech types. They're not very comfortable with the technical aspect, and it's a problem for them.
Change the price to the appropriate amount.
Now, if you happen to be one of the millions of people who also use WordPress,
so we're going to go back to the source side.
it is even worse.
On that. Choose select all, and we're going to copy all the
Resale rights products almost always come on HTML websites. Well, that's a big problem for WordPress users because WordPress does not really play well with others.
Add the title for our page first.
When it comes to HTML, well, the filters built into WordPress just absolutely obliterate HTML.
That's been added. Be sure and
So instead of a nice looking HTML page like this,
copy and paste.
you end up with a mess like that.
Scroll on down and select the custom template feature.
Wait a minute. This is WordPress we're talking about here, right? Surely there must be a plugin around that will fix all that, right? You're saying, okay? Well, kind of like this. That depends on your definition of the word fix. On one hand, if fix means to you turn your HTML page into a non-editable PHP template, then you are in luck. The answer is yes. On the other hand, if that's not quite what you were looking to achieve, well, then it's not going to be so much of a good deal for you. Of course, there's still those horribly expensive page builder plugins. And to be honest, they do a great job in putting up HTML-based pages on the internet. That is, if you can afford them and figure out how the heck you make them work, that is. New marketers and non-tech types who use WordPress just simply had no viable way to publish their sales pages. Even experienced marketers were spending way too much time just getting their resale rights sales pages up on their WordPress sites. And we all know the story, no sales page, no profit. Well, there was only one thing that could be done about this. A new WordPress plugin is in order. But before heading off to the lab, we need to take a moment to analyze the plugins that are available right now and find out what they did right and what they did wrong. The first thing we'll look at are the so-called HTML plugins. These are the type that transform your HTML page into a PHP template. Now, one upside for these type of plugins is that they're the fastest of the available options. There's not a whole lot of options to them. You just simply upload your image and HTML files all in one in a zip file, and that's the end of it. However, there's a bit of a problem with that. The images seldom link properly unless you've actually uploaded them to the WordPress media library in advance and then went ahead and linked your HTML pages to those images. The problem is based on the fact that these plugins all add your pages as templates in your default theme folder, whatever theme you happen to have active at the moment. So because of this, they can't be edited. These are PHP templates. Unless you're a PHP expert, you're not going to be able to pull that up and edit it in any means whatsoever. And because they're tied to the active theme, of course, if you should happen to remove that theme or anything of that nature, then you're going to lose your page. Now, the other choice is the so-called page builder plugins. Now, using them to add HTML pages from many sites on Resell products forces you to break the page down into the various HTML components, the header, footer, etc., and place them individually into the areas that the page builder plugin needs those to be in. And that's a bit of a problem because it's only possible if you have advanced HTML knowledge. And even if you do possess that, it's not very attractive to most people because it's also extremely time consuming. Now, page builders work very well if you're constructing a page from scratch, and the reason they do that is because they create a custom template. That custom template keeps the filters in WordPress from destroying the HTML code within it. So that's something they're absolutely doing right. However, as we said, recreating an existing HTML page requires a lot of reverse engineering on that, and you can't just copy and paste the HTML from the source code of a HTML editor into your WordPress editor. It's just not going to work. It doesn't go that way. Now, they do solve the problem of having HTML script in WordPress with the custom templates. So there's something that we can use out of the page builder plugins. However, they're just too difficult for newbies and non-technical people, and just way too time consuming for advanced marketers to consider using to publish HTML pages. So that brought forth an idea. Why not combine process of creating a custom template, but trim off all the fat, the extra, all the stuff you don't need to publish that HTML page. Basically, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Now back to the drawing board, we had some specific ideas for our plugin. I'm going to make this, of course, very easy to use. Anybody should be able to do this. It needs to be editable with the WP text editor. You need to be able to copy and paste your HTML right into the WordPress text editor. And it needs to be flexible. Everything within it needs to work completely within WordPress. Another goal was that it was to create sales or opt-in ready pages. Pages that are ready to make money for you the minute that you publish them on your WordPress site. And in order to do that, we needed to build in payment processing. And the best choice there was obviously PayPal, because it's the one that's available to most people. And it's great for just basic payment processing. We wanted this to require zero technical skill or knowledge. Remember, it has to be easy. Create pages fast. Gotta be quick. No sense in taking hours or days to do this. That's ridiculous. We need options for buy now, subscription payments, add to cart, and donations to cover all the various types of payments that users may want to accept. Needs to require only simple skills that people do on with a computer on a daily basis. Things like copy and paste, selecting text, selecting files, and dragging and dropping files. Very basic elementary computer functions. things we have to do, as we discussed earlier, is get those image links to work for us. Normally it goes to the images folder in WordPress. There is no images folder by default. So in order to get this to work within WordPress, we need to use what is WordPress's default image folder, which is the media library. Now, it does bring a benefit to the table in the fact that the WordPress media library supports multi-file drag and drop image uploads. So that's a very good thing in its favor. It allows you to basically select all your images in the folder one time and just drag and drop them straight into the media library and upload them in one shot. Now, on the PayPal buttons, there had to be certain things that these would do. Once again, this needed to work within WordPress. Didn't want anybody having to log into PayPal in order to create this. That's time, extra operation. Everything needed to be within WordPress. So, that means it has to be flexible. Different styles and types of buttons to give you options. And then the best way to pull this all off and make it customizable is to create a customizable WordPress shortcode. And a shortcode in WordPress is basically any command which is created and wrapped in brackets that has been set up in WordPress and is recognized, and it will basically give you an action or reaction. It will do what it's programmed to do. That's how we make this customizable. Now, the button shortcode can do several things. It can support multiple products. You can have as many products as you like on your site with WP Marketer. Even better, it supports multiple return URLs. So each one of those multiple products can have its own return URL for an upsell or download page, which is something by default you can't do from PayPal. You get one return URL when you set it at PayPal. But by using this plugin, it gives you multiple return URLs. Then we're going to obviously support the different payment types, the buy now, subscription, etc. Now, when it comes to editing the HTML, once again, the goal is to keep this easy, simple. We want to do simple copy and paste. And we're going to use a free WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get, HTML editor. And that's called Composer. And one of the great things about Composer is that one of the built-in features that you find is that it has a find and replace feature that works with the HTML source code and allows you to change things like the image links and things of that source in bulk all at once. And combined with what WP Marketer will do for you, you end up having to do no direct HTML editing. You're using find it and replace, and then doing a small bit of visual editing in your HTML editor. That's all there is. So off I went, coding and testing until at last. It worked. Introducing the WP Marketer plugin. WordPress plugin that makes adding your resale rights HTML pages to WordPress as easy as 1, 2, 3, done. takes longer to describe the simple steps that it takes to add a HTML page to WordPress with WP Marketer than it does to actually do them. So what I'm going to do is follow this up with a real-time screen capture of a HTML page being added with the WP Marketer plugin. the WP Marketer plugin with unlimited personal rights. That's $17 value. Full page image PLR squeeze pages at $27 value. 12 more PLR squeeze pages, $27 value. The WordPress website secrets package with master resale rights, $27 value. Essential guide to sales funnel with master resale rights, $20 value. WP social press theme with master resale rights, $17 value. And finally, we're going to round it out with developer rights to the WP Marketer plugin at $27 value. That brings us up to a total value of $162. But remember, this introductory offer may be removed without notice at any point. So whatever you do, pretty soon everybody will be adding HTML sales and opt-in pages to WordPress. Don't you be the one that gets left out in the cold. Don't let this opportunity get away without taking action. Order your copy of WP Marketer right this minute.